Well, Daisy is back with a look at our weather. You know, we've escaped that ice, which really makes me happy.
Oh my gosh, me too, me too.
But we still have a lot of rain in the forecast.
A lot of rain, Art, and a lot of breezy and windy conditions.
Okay.
Some of us are going to be seeing upwards to 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Yes, so we'll talk more about that in just a second. But let's take a look live at our satellite and radar. So this is that system that is bringing in or starting to bring in a little bit more of those wet conditions that we're going to be seeing all week long. As early as really right now, the coast is being hit pretty hard with some showers and those gusty conditions. They're already starting to see upwards to, let's check right now, live look right now, 26-mile-per-hour winds, 55 degrees. They're pretty warm, and just a little bit ago, of course, every time we go on air, the camera stops moving and kind of showing how intense those winds are, but they were pretty intense, and I'm expecting for those conditions to really continue. The National Weather Service has actually issued a wind advisory. If my clicker will, there we go here. So everywhere that you see in the yellow is under a high wind warning starting right around Monday night, right around 7 o'clock, lasting until Tuesday morning. But those wind gusts are going to be starting early on Monday. So as you're looking along the coast, not just the coast, but everyone is going to see those gusty conditions. This is a look at right around noon. But check this out. Looking at 11 o'clock, you can actually see 64-mile-per-hour winds in Newport, 50 over in Tillamook. Us in the metro area, we're going to be stuck right around 17-mile-per-hour winds. But those winds just stay consistent into Tuesday morning, all the way into Tuesday evening. So if you can, before these gusty conditions come, make sure to bring in all of those loose outdoor objects, because you don't want to have that awkward conversation with your neighbor asking for your items back. Now, the second advisory that the National Weather Service has issued is a ice storm warning. It's starting midnight tonight, lasting until right around 4 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Potentially could get extended because they're expecting to still be seeing those right around freezing degree temperatures. Looking at our future cast, this is a look at tomorrow morning. Again, those showers will be right along the I-5 corridor as early as 8 o'clock in the morning. And again, more of that intense rain coming up into the afternoon hours, into the evening hours. There's potential for us to see some isolated thunderstorms, so we're definitely going to be keeping a very close eye. There's potential for some really intense snowpack in those mountains and foothills, also impacting Highway 84 along the gorge. So if you're planning to travel along the gorge within the next few days, please, please, please make sure to have those chains with you and obviously check those conditions ahead of time. Looking at that rain estimate, this is all the way into Wednesday, but as we're looking into the tail end of this work week, those numbers are just climbing upwards to 5 to 7 inches of rain along the coast, a little closer to 3 and 4 inches along the valley. Portland metro area, again, 41 degrees at this very moment. Those winds are starting to pretty gusty, right around 15-mile-per-hour winds. This is what we're expecting to see tomorrow. Right around 50 for tomorrow, 48 for Vancouver, and Longview right around 49 degrees. 7-day forecast, again, there's potential for us to see some foggy conditions in the early morning hours, Art. So make sure to give yourself a little bit of extra time to get out the door.
Yeah, good idea. Thanks a lot, Daisy.
Yeah, of course.